Herkese merhabalar. İSAR Türkiye YouTube kanalına hoş geldiniz sevgili İSAR Türkiye takipçilerimiz ve üyelerimiz. Bugün çok değerli bir konuğum var. Çok mutluyum kendisini ağırlamaktan. Ehsan Khazeni bizimle İran'dan ve İSAR'ın global direktörü kendisi İran'ın ve Satürn Kova ile ilgili, Satürn'ün Jüpiter'le kavuşumu ile ilgili uzun uzun sohbet etme fırsatımız olacak kendisiyle. İzninizle kendisine hoş geldiniz demek istiyorum. Welcome my friend. Welcome.
Merhaba.
Oh, wonderful. It's an honor to have you in our channel, and it's such a pleasure because you are my friend and it's also nice to see you here. So I'm so happy that we will get to talk about Saturn in Aquarius and also a lot of things today. How is
Thank
it
you so
going?
much.
How is life going there?
Hello. Pleasure is mine first, and I'm really honored for having me in your channel. And I would like to say my greetings to all my Turkish friends and the ISAR members in Turkey. And somehow we are all isolated, quarantined in a very Saturn style, and we find a very Aquarian way to reconnect.
Exactly. Just to translate a minute. Benim o keyif bana ait, zevk bana ait, benim için onurdur dedi. Tüm Türkiye'deki dostlarıma, İSAR üyelerine selamlarımı yolluyorum. Harika bir zamanda bu yayını yapıyoruz. Tam karantinadayız. Kovasal bir biçimde bağlantı kurmanın bir yolunu bulduk. Yes. We can begin.
It's really important to know that actually the structure of Saturn and Jupiter conjunction shapes the very quality of 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually happening every 20 years. These two meet in every 20 years, and usually it happens in a triplicity of an element. For example, it happens 12 times by mean conjunction in 3 fiery signs. And then after 12 times, it shifts the triplicity from the fire, goes into the earth triplicity. And it happens 12 times in Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So after a full cycle of 2,880 years, it starts to repeat the full cycle again. And we also have a repetition on 960 years. So we call them small conjunctions, which happens every 20 years. And we have great conjunctions, we have greater conjunctions, and we have mighty conjunctions. Yeah. So previous conjunction was in Taurus. And the upcoming conjunction is in Aquarius. So we have a shift of triplicity. Mm-hmm. So having the conjunction in the Earth triplicity shows the new ways and the new structure of material life. Mm-hmm. And when it shifts into the air triplicity, it shows the new structure of communications. Mm-hmm. So just as soon as actually Saturn entered into Aquarius, we see that the new structure started to shape. We see how the changes are happening. And to see how this conjunction works, because in traditional astrology, Jupiter and Saturn are the most outer planets, excluding Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So the conjunction of these two is the most important conjunction in traditional astrology. So when it happened in Taurus, we can have a chart. I guess it was 28 May 2000, mm-hmm. Which the previous conjunction happened. So we can cast that chart as a chart of the important events of the world for the mundane for next 20 years, which actually we are in the last year now. So this chart is an epoch, is a beginning, and every other mundane chart should be checked regarding this chart. For example, the solar returns. If for example, we cast a solar return for a country, which one of the planets are the same, the solar returns, but if the ascendant or MC for a certain place falls in a point of conjunction, that country can be very bold on that year, because a smaller cycle matches with a bigger cycle. And for people, we also have the same. We see that in every conjunction, people who have a planet on any important, any significant planet on that chart can become more important in international placement. Let me make it clear.
Yeah.
So you remember in 2016 when Donald Trump was about to elect, actually everybody was talking, is it Hillary or Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
So the very vital question is who has the stronger chart? Mm-hmm. And this is the wrong question. Because, for example, because I can bring the chart of my friend and I say, okay, I can see astrologically this chart is more powerful than the chart of the two. So as a teacher, if you want to choose one of your students to be on your place, so which one is the one you choose? Is it the smarter one, or is it the younger one? Is it the oldest one? Is it each one? Is it the most trustable one? None of them. Actually, the most suitable one. You decide which one is more suitable. It's very important to know how and when actually the mundane effects of the conjunction chart can be expressed, and who are the people who are most related to that chart. Yeah, so last night I was checking about the supreme leader of the North Korea, which actually there are some doubts about his health things, and we don't know if it's if he's alive or not. Mm-hmm. And then that chart of conjunction can give us some clue. So we have a very big problem here, because we don't have the chart of the leader of North Korea. Actually, we don't have the time of birth. Even we don't have the year. And then we actually we cannot judge according to his personal chart. But then we can go into the mundane chart. We have the time of death of his father. Mm-hmm. The time his father died. It was, I think it was 17 December 2011. Is there any trigger on that day according to the chart of the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction? Yes. Because on that day, on 28 May 2000, we have South Node on 25 degree of Capricorn. Uh-huh. And then on the day that he dies, we have Venus exactly on the same degree. So you see here, this is a chart for 28 May 2000. Mm-hmm. And we have South Node on 25 degree of Capricorn, okay?
Yes.
And this is a chart for next 20 years. And the day the supreme leader of South Korea died, and the next one, this Kim, not Kim Kardashian, the Kim Kim, or the other Kim, becomes the leader, is the time when Venus exactly transits over this degree, 25 degree of Capricorn. So it was actually Venus was the trigger of some chart which we don't know. You know, we don't have the chart of the father, we don't have the chart of the son, and we don't have actually the chart of North Korea. But we see that on this day, Venus was the trigger on South Node. So it's very important to know about this South Node, because this South Node is very significant. If you watch my talk on ISAR, I explained how the nodes are very important and make the polarity of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really important to know that Donald Trump has North Node on 20 degree of Gemini, mm-hmm. which we have here Mars, and for some reason, actually, it's not. We don't have a long time to actually explain the whole thing, but I explained in my ISAR talk in 1 or 2 weeks ago, that how Donald Trump and George Bush, represented by North Node, and now we see that actually that leader of South Korea, represented by South Node. So there is a polarity here.
Uh-huh.
Or for example, in case of Barack Obama, you see that in the chart of conjunction, we have here, we have South Node on 25 degree of Capricorn, as we said. And Barack Obama has Saturn exactly on the same degree.
Interesting.
So these two are from two different parties. In chart of Donald Trump, yes, he has Uranus exactly on 17 degree. It's interesting, he has Rahu, North Node, on 20 degree of Gemini. Bush has Rahu on 20 degree of Gemini, and Uranus in 19 degree. So these degrees of Gemini and these degrees of, these degrees of Gemini, 17 and 20, can be seen in the chart of the Mundane. Actually, Mars is on the 17th degree of Gemini. And guess where is the North Node in the next conjunction? In the next conjunction, the North Node is exactly on the 20th degree of Gemini. And then we can also perfect year by year. We can count every sign for a year after the conjunction point. So the first year belongs to the conjunction sign, which is the Taurus, and we have Saturn and Jupiter in. And the next year will be for Gemini and all the planets in. So May 2000 is Taurus, May 2001 is Gemini, May 2002 is Cancer, blah, blah, blah, blah. May 2008, we have Capricorn and South Node. And it was the year that we experienced a very big economic crisis all around the world. It started from United States. And then again, year by year, May 2009, 2010, so to May 2019 and May 2020, which we are about to enter. And it can be another big crisis. Actually, its effect, according to the coronavirus, can be already predicted. But the Profeksiyon also shows that. Yeah. So the next conjunction happens in Aquarius, which actually changes the face of everything, including the relationships and the way people get along with each other. If we go back to the 30 years ago, we see actually we had very limited relationship facilities. We were visiting each other by, without any confirmation. We were going to one place. Okay, he's not home. We come back tomorrow. I remember a quote by Rick Levin, the lovely Rick Levin. He said, Aquarian people love the humanity, not the humans. You remember his words? So it's really interesting because when Saturn comes into Aquarius, we still work in the same company. We still have colleagues, but something changes. What is the change? Previously, we had colleagues next to us. We see, okay, this one likes a potato sandwich, the other one is a vegetarian, the other one is a meat lover, and then he is like this and this one is like that, and we had a face-to-face relationship. But when Saturn came to Aquarius, we don't have that kind of face-to-face. We still have them, but in a very different way. And we have a funny proverb in Persian language. We call it strange creatures like camel, cow, tiger. Camel, cow, and tiger. It's a combination of camel, cow, and tiger. Aquarius is already a very strange sign, and traditionally Aquarius was ruled by Saturn. Still, it has its Saturnian duties, but in modern times, it's ruled by Uranus. And then the thing that happens is the same, but in a very different way. So we actually see a very strange way the things are going to change. And it's all about the innovation. It's all about the new ways of doing the old things. So, So we see that actually the Uranian phase of the Saturn starts to just blossom, just go out.
Yeah.
It was really funny because I received a mail by a futurist. He wrote 85% of the jobs we need by 2030 have not invented yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know how he says this number, 85%, how he calculated this. But anyway, it's important to know that many traditional jobs, many traditional organizations are about to dissolve. Yeah, and the traditional economics is also about to fall. So just just a few months ago, we had actually money bills and in our hands, and we could give the money to people. And now we have to actually use the internet banking. Then actually maybe the cryptocurrency was a very preview of how the money is going to change. And then we see that actually in the next generation after the conjunction, we can see actually people are actually changing the face of money and the way it works, and the values are going to change. Still, we have Uranus in the Taurus, so it's also very important because Uranus is the ruler of the conjunction, and it's in the Taurus. Yeah, so I think, I had a master instructor. He lives in south of Iran. And he said, Ehsan, I don't know. I met him a few years ago. And he said, I don't know what will happen next, but maybe humans learn how to fly.
Oh.
After the Aquarius conjunction.
Wow.
But it's not about fly. It's actually about receiving the data and receiving the receiving the information in a very Aquarian way. So I guess very direct. We can receive, and everybody can be able to channel the information. Okay, then I can think. Okay, where is Gaia now? Okay, she's sleeping. Okay, I call her tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
So we can see actually many tries to actually awake people and make people to use their intuitive powers are going to blossom. So in a very new age way, people have started to teach and people have started to promote how channeling works. And then it seems that after the Aquarius conjunction, the channeling starts in a very wet way because the Aquarius is the aqua.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is actually the very general view of the next and this is a period of time because in 300 something years we go into Aquarius age. And when actually people of Aquarius age actually study the history, the area of the Aquarius conjunction can be a very interesting part of the ancient history for them.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So
thank you.
Do you have a general message besides astrology, of course, related to astrology? Would you like to say something?
Actually, be more Aquarian.
Yeah.
That's
that easier, huh?
Yeah, exactly. This is the strategy of the next 20 years. Because I myself changed my routines. So I started to see, okay, I was very reserved, I was very restrict, I didn't let people to record my voice, I was not easily attend to parties or going with friends, and I was not I was restricting accepting the students should already pass some they had to have some backgrounds. And then after this I decided to be more easy. I accepted everybody as a student. So
totally feel you as a Capricorn ascendant. Very much for the information, for sharing these great insights.
Thank you for having me. It was a great pleasure talking with you and recording this video. So I think it's a very good thing.
Yeah, we are doing an Aquarian thing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Herkese teşekkür ederiz. Kendisi de keyif aldığını ve kendisi için bir zevk olduğunu söylüyor. Ben de aynısını söyledim. Umarım hoşunuza gitmiştir, keyif almışsınızdır ve bilgiler edinmişsinizdir. Bir sonraki videolarımızda görüşmek üzere. Kanalımıza abone olmayı unutmayın. See you, Ehsan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.